Hello, and welcome to President Pat's podcast at North Shore Community College. I'm Dr. Pat Gentili, proud president of North Shore Community College in Massachusetts. Today's podcast topic is scholarship season at North Shore. North Shore Community College is fortunate to have its own dedicated foundation, the North Shore Community College Foundation, which has provided more than $3.4 million in scholarship awards to more than 4,000 North Shore students since 1985. Wow! Scholarships are a signature program of the North Shore Community College Foundation, helping our students afford college, stay in school, and complete their degrees. I have three guests with me today. Nicole Marcotte, North Shore Community College Director of Development, Ryan Dugan, one of our wonderfully star student leaders who has benefited from multiple scholarships, and a scholarship donor, our very own Vice President of Administration and Finance, Jan Forsstrom. So first, I want to welcome Nicole to tell us a little bit about the college's scholarship program and what the impact is on our deserving students.
Well, thanks, Pat, for the opportunity to be here today and to promote our scholarship program, both for our amazing students and for the donors that make our scholarships possible. Last year, the North Shore Community College Foundation awarded 240 scholarship awards, totaling $220,000 to 209 North Shore Community College students, and we are working to surpass that this year, so we're really excited for 2019.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so, in general, community college students, need additional support to successfully complete their degree. Our students are often the first in their families to go to college. More than 80% are working, and of that, half are working more than 30 hours a week. I mean, that's just incredible. Our students, overall are from middle or lower income families, and 50% of our students are receiving financial aid. So there's definitely a need for additional assistance. And the average age of our students is 26. So despite North Shore's relative low cost tuition and fees, our students still struggle to afford the cost of attendance. And then you have the additional cost of attendance like textbooks, housing, tuition, dependent care needs and things like that make it actually possible for you to go to school. So our scholarship program really has such a transformational impact on our students' ability to access college, to excel in the classroom, and to complete their degrees. Our scholarships are made possible by generous donors who establish scholarships in a few different ways. Some establish what we call an annual scholarship with a minimum gift of $750 to the foundation, and others choose to endow their scholarships with a minimum gift of $15,000. Either way, the impact is tremendous because when you're putting a scholarship of $750, $1,000, $2,000 against our tuition, you're covering up to 20% of tuition and fees for a full-time student for the year. So the impact is just tremendous. Many of our donors are actually current or retired faculty and staff. We have many alumni who've created scholarships, and we do have others from the greater North Shore community and beyond who just believe in our mission and believe that everyone should have a chance to go to college. One of my favorite stories is our donor from all the way in California who learned about North Shore Community College by hearing about our TRIO program on NPR, and just knew that this was the right place to establish her scholarship and to continue actually her grandfather's legacy. So it's really exciting to have that personalized opportunity here. But we also have our general scholarship fund, which is open to all donors and all levels of giving. So we encourage any and everyone who wants to participate to do so. There's an opportunity for you. And the really exciting thing about our program is that every single dollar, 100% goes straight to scholarships. So the impact, is direct to the students and, for every dollar that's given.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate you outlining the background of what a scholarship is and does. Obviously, our students have great need, and these scholarships are very important to helping our students stay. Can you fill us in a little bit about how a student goes about applying for one of these scholarships?
Absolutely. We have our selection process based on criteria such as financial need, as well as academic and non-academic factors. Our typical awards range from $750 to $2,000, and scholarships are available at this time for current students who meet the following criteria, which is a 2.5 minimum cumulative GPA, 9 credits completed at North Shore Community College as of January 1st, and a plan to enroll in a minimum of 6 credits for the upcoming fall 2019 semester. We have an online application process, so it's very easy and hands-on to apply. We actually opened our process this year on January 22nd, and the deadline to apply is March 4th. Students apply by completing the general application online, which includes a personal essay and a letter of recommendation from a faculty or staff member. So we do also have scholarships available for graduating North Shore Community College students and alums, thanks to the North Shore Community College Alumni Association. Applications are also due on March 4th for that. And if you know of any incoming students, we actually have opportunities for that as well this year. You can find information about all our opportunities by visiting northshore.edu/scholarships. And we just encourage everyone who thinks they may be eligible to check us out and apply, because the opportunities are there, and our donors want to give.
And if you don't apply, you're not going to be able to get a scholarship, correct? Mm-hmm. So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the new things that are happening this year in the scholarship application?
Sure. So we want to make sure that all of our students, understand the process and have support along the way. So we're very excited about our new scholarship drop-in days on Fridays. They're going to take place in the Student Financial Services offices on both campuses right through the month of February. So that's Fridays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we're also very excited to announce a new incentive this year. All students who submit a completed application will be entered into a drawing for a $250 bookstore credit. So that's just a little extra boost for those of you that take the time and complete to hopefully be in the running for that bookstore credit. I help you get your textbooks or maybe some of that new great NSCC gear we've got in the store. And so you'll be all set for the semester ahead.
Well, thank you, Nicole. I really appreciate all that information. I'm sure our listeners also appreciate it. We have another person who we'd love to chat with in this podcast, and that's Ryan Dugan. Many of you who are listening know Ryan, and Ryan is a presidential scholar. He's in our honors program. He's a member of Phi Theta Kappa. He's in the Student Government Association and is a member of the Environmental Club, the Events Council, Health and Wellness Club, and serves as a civic ambassador. He's a busy guy. He's been very active with the monthly Danvers Mobile Market, and he brought me a bag the other day to say how much he appreciated having all of these volunteer opportunities. So he's one of our tremendous student-engaged citizens here, and he promotes a lot of events, including his own organized Thanksgiving food drive that he held that was very successful this past fall semester. Welcome, Ryan.
Thank you, President Gentili. I'm really excited to be here today.
And I'm really glad that you can make time in what is a very busy schedule to come in and chat with me. I appreciate it. So tell me a little bit about your experience with the scholarship program.
So I've been very fortunate in my time at North Shore. As you mentioned, I'm in the Presidential Scholars Program, which has a scholarship component attached to it for being one of the ambassadors of the school. And I've also had the opportunity to apply for the Cummings Foundation Scholarship through the Civic Engagement and Service Learning Department. That's open to any student that does 50 or more hours of service learning and community service each term. So, being busy enough, I was eligible to apply and was fortunate enough to receive a scholarship from the Cummings Foundation. And then lastly, Nicole was talking about the foundation scholarships, which last year I was able to apply to, and I received the Raymond and Hilda Rodweller Scholarship. And really, I thought that each of these was very exciting. It feels good having the weight lifted off your shoulders of having to worry so much about money. And really, one of the ways I always think of it is I sort of divide the scholarship up by minimum wage and say that's how many hours I don't have to work to pay for school now. And it's that many hours I can put towards focusing on my courses or being involved in the community. And it makes me feel a lot more relaxed and at ease.
Well, that's a smart way to think about it. How would you talk to your fellow students and sister students about what those opportunities are and why they should take advantage of it?
Well, really, I think what do you have to lose by applying? The applications aren't that hard to do. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of thought, and really, the benefits far outweigh that. You'll be sitting down for a little bit to work on your application, but then what you'll get will really help you in the long run. There are a lot of donors out there that want to support you in your educational pursuits and following your goals, and you might as well take advantage of the opportunities. And it feels really good to get the recognition afterward.
Well, thank you, Ryan. You are truly an asset at North Shore Community College, and I know you're a very unique asset, but there's plenty of folks just like you who come to this college and thrive. You're going to be leaving us at the end of the spring semester and going on to a 4-year college, and so we all wish you a wonderfully successful spring semester and a very successful journey post North Shore Community College. Thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Now I'd like to feature one of our many donors. Without the generosity of our donors, we wouldn't have the scholarships to help support students like Brian. So Vice President Jan Forsstrom has worked at our college for over 40 years and has been a strong financial supporter of the College Foundation, naming her own scholarship in honor of her mother. Thank you, Jan, for all you've done at North Shore Community College and for our students. Can you share with our listeners a little bit about why you wanted to also be a donor for the Foundation scholarships?
Thank you, Pat. I'm delighted to be here today and happy to share the great satisfaction I receive from paying it forward for our deserving students. As working at the college for many years, it's been really so tremendously rewarding to support the college and its students. My mother passed away in 1991, and at that time I decided to create a memorial scholarship in her name. She always felt strongly that higher education was important for women, and both my parents raised us, me, my sister, and brothers, to believe that we could attain as high a degree as possible. It's probably also why I ended up working in higher education. Although she never received a college degree, she decided to take courses at North Shore later in life and unfortunately passed away before she could complete her degree. I felt this scholarship would be a perfect way to honor her memory, and also to assist others to move forward in their education. And I felt my mother would really have been pleased about this as well. Another reason I chose a scholarship at North Shore is that 100% of the donation goes directly to the student. And that does further affect the intention of the donation. And as we know, our students need every dollar that they can get. So that's very, very helpful. It's really wonderful that the donors get to meet the recipients at a special scholarship event that's held each year. I really, really love this scholarship event that's held on our campus because you get to meet the recipient and other donors and their recipients. And I remember very, very vividly so many women who were recipients of this named scholarship. Some of them remind me of my own mother every year. Many of them are mothers themselves, going back to school to provide a better life, not just for themselves, but also for their families. Several were also the first in their families to attend college. So I have always felt it's an investment in their future and also in the future of the college. The individual stories are so wonderful. They inspire me over and over again to come back to work every day and do my best for this great institution and also for these remarkable, hardworking students.
Oh, thank you, Jan. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the time that you invest here at North Shore Community College, for the talent you bring to your job and have brought to your job for decades, and now also for a share of your treasure. So tell us a little bit then about how other people might get involved in doing something similar that you've done, an annual scholarship.
It's really, really easy. Just contact Nicole, and she will be more than happy to work with you and do whatever you need to have done in order to set up a scholarship or other kind of donation. And she can be reached at the college at nmarcotte@northshore.edu or at the college extension.
Well, again, Jan, thank you very much. I want to also thank my guests, Nicole Marcotte and Ryan Dugan, our special student. If you're a North Shore Community College student, please submit your scholarship application as soon as you can. And if you'd like to learn more about establishing a scholarship, please contact Nicole. We are always so grateful to the generous people who make these opportunities available for our students. This is Dr. Pat Gentili, president of North Shore Community College. I hope you learned something useful listening to President Pat's podcast. Until next time, ciao.